Hi everybody, Kelly Lang here. I would like to share with you my favorite chocolate chip cookie recipe. Now I know a lot of you guys don't like to put pecans or any type of nuts in your chocolate chip cookies, but I prefer them. So if you don't like nuts in your cookies, just leave them out. It's not that big a deal. We're gonna start today with a small bowl and we're going to put a half a cup of shortening. Now I know a lot of people have problems with using shortening because that just seems like it's terrible for you, but hey, it's the holidays. I don't mind being terrible for one day or two. Okay, we're going to do a half a cup of butter. I've already softened 2 sticks of butter, so I'm going to put those in the bowl. I've already cracked 2 eggs. We're going to put 2 eggs in this mixture. We're going to add 1 cup of white sugar, all in the same bowl. We're going to add a half a cup of brown sugar. And we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna cream that together. I'll be right back. I've also preheated my oven to 350, so that's important to get that going ahead of time. Once you have combined the shortening, butter, eggs, white sugar, brown sugar, and vanilla together, it should be a creamy texture in one separate bowl. Then you add you beat until light and fluffy on that. Then you add the dry ingredients, which would be your flour, your salt, your baking soda, your pecans, and your chocolate chips. So let's do that. So we've got a total of 2 cups of unsifted flour we're gonna add to this. And I suggest adding a little bit at a time while you're beating this into the batter, because it makes it a little hard to add all of that. It gets very, very tough to stir around. So I've added the flour. I am getting ready to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I've already pre-measured this out, makes it a lot easier. Also, a half a cup of salt. Going to add that in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and mix that up while we've got it in here as well. Okay, next we're gonna put in 1.5 cup of chopped pecans. Now this is all optional. If you're not a pecan guy or a walnut guy, that's up to you, like I said before. We're gonna stir that as we go. It's a little bit more difficult the more ingredients that go in there. But boy, is it worth it. And last but not least, we're gonna put in a 12-ounce and a 6-ounce sack full of chocolate chips. I actually mixed regular sized chocolate chips in with the larger sized chocolate chips. I don't know, it's just kind of fun to do. And it's what I had in my pantry already. So I'll be right back. I'll mix this all together and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, your cookie dough will look something like this. It's got a lot of chocolate chips in it, and my little Christmas shelf seems to be happy with that. So what we're gonna do is scoop them tablespoonful, just rounded little tablespoonfuls, about 1 inch apart. And yes, I washed my hands before starting this. Just fill up a whole tray. And the great thing about this is that you can store it for later. You don't have to make all of the cookies all at once. But boy, are they good. I'll be right back and I'll show you what they look like after they're done. Okay, so I've placed them all on the cookie sheet, about 1 inch apart. And we will cook them for 8 to 10 minutes on 350. I know the recipe calls for 8 to 10 minutes, but some ovens are different than others. The last time I made these type of cookies, I had a different oven that cooked pretty quickly. This one is taking a little bit longer, so keep looking at them. If they're golden brown, you can tell they're crispy on the outside without being too dark, that's the perfect time to pull them out. So I'm just waiting patiently, or impatiently, I guess. Okay, I think they're about ready. Yum. Okay, let these cool for a little while, and then we'll put them on a cooling rack. And then I've got to go to a party tomorrow. I wanted to bring something. So if you can get like a little tray, Christmassy tray, it's a great little thing to bring to a party. And I think everybody's gonna love them. Now, The thing that I like to do now is that, some people like this idea, some people don't. I went to Restoration Hardware a couple of weeks ago, and I noticed that on their chocolate chip cookies, they put a little bit of salt on the top of them. Some people like a salt and sweet together. I happen to love that. So watch this. This is my really cool salt shaker. It actually lights up and shows you how much salt you're adding to things. I think it's so cool. So just add a little bit of salt to the top of them while they're cooling. And it makes a salt and sweet thing. It's just a little extra touch. Restoration Hardware can do it, so can we. They smell delicious. This little pan just helps them cool off a little bit faster. So if you're impatient for your cookies to cool down so you can eat them, this is a great trick. That's the perfect chocolate chip cookie, and it's a great idea to take to a party if you don't know what else to bring in. I'm not much of a cook myself, so this is the perfect thing for me to be able to throw together, and they're delicious. Do yourself a favor and try the salt. Even if you're skeptical, I think you're gonna be blown away. It's amazing. Merry Christmas.